Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was kind of surprised to hear that, but that was, hey, look at that.
I had never looked it up until we talked about it. The torque specs on my truck is 362 foot-pounds.
362.
And they
Yeah.
say tractor trailers are from 450 to 500.
I saw, years ago when Clay Coon was doing videos out of his shop. He did a lot of tractor work, semi work. He showed the torque because they were doing. I think they were doing some tool testing, trying to break the socket or whatever. And he used his truck torque wrench, which had to be about looked like 4 foot long, 5 foot long. I don't know.
It's like
And
6 foot long.
yeah, I knew that he had. They were putting some screws to some stuff, but I.
Yeah. And I'll be really honest. I don't, in all the years that I've had mine, of course, I mean, I don't drive anywhere. I mean, I just put around town. I'm lucky if the truck gets over 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But, I torque them only to 120 because I want to be able to get them off.
Yeah, right.
I've had the very first time that I had tires put on, I didn't do it. I had somebody else do them, a shop. And when I had a problem, I mean, it took everything that I had in my little black bag to get the wheels off. And from then on, I said, there is no way in the world that I'm ever doing that again. And ever since then, 20 some years later, I've done the tires myself. So,
Yeah.
I had a company do my tow truck one time, and I put new tires on, and I'm rolling down the street, and my two dually wheels fell off the truck.
Wow.
Yeah, I was towing a car, so it lifted up the front of my truck, and I couldn't steer, and I just eased off to the side of the road. Luckily, man, I didn't hit anything, but I lost one wheel, and the other one rode down the street, could have killed somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will admit, I hate the buddy wheel or the because it's a stud on a stud for the rear wheels, and I particularly don't like that, and hopefully I get them tight enough. I don't want to have a problem, but I mean, knock on wood, I've never had an issue.
I think that was the original Bud style, where your stud actually held the inner wheel on, and then the outer wheel went on with a nut.
Yeah, that's what I have, Tim.
I still have that square drive socket to drive that in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in a pinch, you find a 12-point, but it'll work. But like I said, I haven't had the rears off that much, but I will make sure that they're tight, and I do drive it around, the block, or drive it down the road for a little bit and stop, and then retighten to make sure. But that's a lot when somebody cranks those things on, and you're sitting on the side trying to get those things off.
Yeah, no fun.
You're not doing it.
That's why he needs to get an air hose hooked up on a bus so he can use his impact.
Oh yeah, that's what I told him.
His impact.
Yep.
Yeah, that's on the next trip home. That's what I'm going to try to do.
Yeah.
You get, I'll set you up like I did with Ray with one of those trade-ins, and that half-inch gun will do it.
It's a monster, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a monster of a gun, and
yeah.
I got, I don't know, I took 6 more trade-ins
really?
last week. Yeah.
Everybody's going battery, huh?
No, I mean, a lot of them are just getting the newest version of that gun.
Okay.
What do they run?
What, the trade-ins?
Yeah.
Depends on if I have to put anything really in them. About $250.
All right, let me know.
Well,
when we got one together. You don't have no DeWalt's, do you?
Huh?
You don't have any DeWalt's, do you?
These are air. These are air gun. These are air impacts.
Oh,
I
Anger-
sell Milwaukee. I sell the Milwaukees. I don't do DeWalt. That's the other Mac name. That's the man ain't coming.
all right.
We know how good their service is.
Yeah, I
No, I
don't.
was thinking
The
it was,
battery stuff
battery.
is the battery stuff is all Milwaukee. Or I'll say the Matco stuff. I mean, the Matco stuff isn't bad, but you can't beat the warranty for the Milwaukee. For the
Right.
price you're paying, and you got 5 years versus 3, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, with the battery stuff, you're going to break it. It's going to wear out. It doesn't last like an air tool. I mean,
Like everything else too, it all depends how much you use it, how often you use it, what kind of environment you're using it in.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that's true. I mean, like I said, some of these guys. I mean, hell, they used to have. We still had problems with air tools when guys would break them loose with the tool instead of breaking them loose first.
Right.
Just taking and wonder why they break the air tools, but the battery ones really can't take that. I mean, I watch guys just hold the trigger down and they just start trying to take bolts off, and the thing's jumping all over the place. And it comes back and they say, "Why is it broken?" And I'm like, so
because you're a caveman.
yeah.
I'm at the pallet truck stop, and this guy's changing tires with the spoons.
Yep.
Why wouldn't they
Oh,
have
God.
the machine?
Because they're all. It's a spoon. Actually, I do all mine with spoons.
I used to when I had a back.
Yeah, screw that. This is the 21st century.
They actually have one. They have one that's it's a spoon. I mean, it's like the spoon, but it has an adapter where you put your air impact on, and you just stand there and just let the toy. I mean, it's awesome. Other than the $1,500 price tag or $1,600 price tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look what it does for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't do tire. I mean, if I did tires every day, that'd be one thing. But I mean,
yeah.
I get my once a year or a year and a half. I don't know. Actually, it was a little longer. Those tires lasted. The rear ones were 5 years almost. So it was 5 years. I don't know. The next 5 years, I'll be a little older. I don't know if I'd look at it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in the next 5, I won't be doing this.
Yeah, I think that'd kill me if I tried to do it now.
Yeah.
Or I'd love to find somebody to drive the truck around. I need to find a young man that would like to venture off into a new side business.
Young man with red hair. So Jim, we're taking your suggestion from a while ago, and on this trip we're going to buy some compression socks.
Oh, okay.
Because my wife was complaining too. She says, "Yeah, you know what? One time when we're driving, because I'll go 11 hours. I'm doing 11 hours and just one gas stop." And she's like, "Yeah, my feet were really swollen. They were bothering me too." So she was telling her doctor this, and doc says, "Well, you get out and walk around, right? You stop, right?" She goes, "No, make one stop and it's for gas." And she goes, "What? Can't you make him stop? You got to make him stop." She's like, No, you don't understand. Like, we want to get there. It's like on the way home we'll stop, but." So the doctor was thinking I was some kind of a monster or whatever, like forcing him to stay in the car. But I said, "Yeah, maybe we'll get some compression socks this time and give it a shot."
Yeah, that came from my cardiologist.
What's up, Brian?
Ray, if you get a, I'm sorry. Go on, Jim.
No, I was going to say the compression sock thing came from my cardiologist because I had that problem with ankle swelling up and stuff like that. He says, "Yeah, wear these." And even Michelle said, "I wear them too."
Right.
Because he's on his feet all day long and stuff like that. And his ankles will swell up, so he wears compression socks as well.
Yeah, my wife was saying, "Oh my God, people are gonna, how's that gonna look?" I'm like, "You're gonna be in a car for 11 hours. Who's gonna see you?" I said, "I'm not looking at you." I said, "I'm looking at the road. I don't give a shit. I'll be wearing the same dopey socks. What the hell do I care?"
Unless, well, you can always take a picture and put a post up, right?
Yeah, right.
Just go ahead, right? You know,
yeah,
really
Everybody has
freak
some-
her out when it's dark and you make a flash in the truck in the car. And she said, "What were you taking a picture of?" Never mind.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How
You just
do we-
need to get a bus and you can have her walk around in the back. That's all.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
There you go. She can make
Yeah.
you dinner while you're rolling.
sure. That's not bad.
It is nice being able to eat a snack anytime you're ready.
That's cool. Yeah, that's good. I survive on like cookies, grapes, and what else? Trail mix. I don't know, whatever the hell.
Yeah, we don't have to stop to use the bathroom either. We can just pull over to the shoulder, go to the bathroom, and keep it moving.
That is nice.
Just set the cruise and walk in the back.
Yeah, there you go.
I seen a video on YouTube. A guy did that. He goes, "I
That's
left the
what-
cruise. I went back to make a sandwich."
And what? Yeah, his wife's
You can probably do that in a new RV, right? Lane assist and all that. Just
probably
let it go.
coming
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
You put the
Not in
dog
my
in the
budget.
seat. Yeah.
You know, the sad part about it, there's probably been a few people have tried that. So
Oh
I bet.
No doubt. Yeah.
I had an exciting weekend.
What happened to you?
Well, nothing really happened to me.
Oh, good.
Something happened to my son, but I can get to that after. Oh, you want to see? Here, come here. Show him on camera. We'll just spoil the.
uh-oh.
Oh,
wrist.
yeah.
What is that?
Is that a
Broken
fracture or
arm?
sprain?
It was a fracture.
Uh-oh. What was
Yeah.
he doing? Playing baseball without a bat?
No, yeah, his hand. We went to a skate park. I'm gonna do the whole story. I'll jump right to the end. Went to a skate park on a BMX bike, and he did like some jump and broke.
Yeah.
But so I went from here up to Pennsylvania to go to Truck Nationals. There's a
Oh,
bunch of my Cyclone Typhoon friends were there.
Okay.
Went to see that. So there's a bunch of big rigs. It's all trucks. So there's a bunch of big rigs and vans, and it was it was all right. It was pretty cool. And they have a swap meet. So we're walking around a swap meet, and my son's like, "Oh look, there's a BMX bike. Let's go look at it." I'm like, "I'm not getting a bike. You have your skateboard. You're gonna be use your skateboard." Oh, our plan was to go to Woodward and go skating there. I'll get to that in a second. So we saw this BMX bike. It was an okay price. I got him down a little bit, and so anyway, I bought it. Hauled it in the car. When we get to Woodward that next day, whatever it was, they have camp going on, so there's no open skating. Woodward's like a huge skate park, BMX, but they have BMX trails, and it's just freaking. I saw the pictures, and I'm like, this is really cool. They wouldn't even let us go in there and look. It's like,
Oh, wow.
there's camp going on, there's a bunch of kids. Hey, look, I drove 15 hours to come here. Anyway, that is my screwed up. I should have. It is on the website, but it's kind of buried a little bit. Anyway, so then I'm like, well, we want to go skating. That's why we went there. So like, we'll travel when we're traveling back home. We'll just hit. There's a bunch of skate parks right off the parkways and stuff like that. 10, 15 minutes off. So we did that. So we hit like 3 of them on the one day. Then the next day, which is Monday, it's the first one we went to too. We go there, and he's skating on a skateboard. This is it was in Morrisville, and I didn't realize I'm driving around like this, all this like NASCAR stuff, and I guess it was like right in the NASCAR country or something like that. And it was like, yeah, I had no idea. And so he's skating fine on the skateboard, no problem. He goes, "Dad, let's get the bikes out." I go, "All right," because I bought a bicycle, BMX bike, and I was riding around too. Just trying not to kill myself. And he's going around fine, everything's fine. And then I see him go around this corner, and I hear a bike wipe out. I'm like, "Oh man, he wiped out." And I figured I'll go over there and go, "Hey, you know what? How you doing?" And he's just sitting there. "Oh, I think I broke my wrist." And
Oh
his
no.
it was like pushed out,
Oh,
all
Ugh.
swollen. I'm like, yeah, I think you did too. Like, call 911. I go, I need a paramedic here. I gotta go to, I don't know where the heck I am. The guy's like, what's the address? I'm like, I don't know. I'm at the skate park. Is there more than one skate park in Morrisville? So I find the address and I give it to them, and they show up, and I get them there. So there's like 4 hours or something like that in the hospital. And then I call my wife, and she's like, "What did you do to her?
Yeah, what did you do to my baby?
What happened?" I'm like, he went over this little ramp a bunch of times, no problem. Just what happened was, it was so funny. Like right before, he goes, "Dad, I think the bike's slowing down." I go, "No, you're probably just getting used to the speed, So he was getting more comfortable and going faster and faster. He was took that jump a little bit too fast and wiped out. But so I go to my wife, and she's like, "All right, I'm making an appointment for tomorrow," which is Tuesday. And I'm like, "All right, I guess I'm driving straight through." So it's like 10, 11 hours away.
There we go.
Yep, I filled the car up. Oh, also the car was overheating. And it was leaking water from somewhere. Yeah, so every time I stopped, I just poured some more water in the radiator, and then the overflow, filled it overflow.
Which car was that, Keith?
Yeah, what piece of crap? I mean, what car were you driving?
Yeah, exactly. It's my HHR.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So and it's lowered, and it's got exhaust on it. So that was another big problem. It's freaking humming the whole
That was
time.
the whole problem.
Great. You take some great trips, I tell you. That's really cool.
Yeah. So
Keith calls me and says, "Hey, I'm in Hagerstown." I said, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
like an hour and a half." I was like, "That's awesome." Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'm in the hospital.
yeah. Foreshadowing.
I had to take mom to the hospital on
Oh,
her
no.
birthday. On her
no.
birthday.
Yeah.
She had her AFib came back. It was it's been like a little over a year that they had I guess they shock it to put it back in rhythm or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And so typical fashion, she calls and she's like, "Well, I'm kind of down. I don't what's wrong?" Well, it started at midnight. I'm like, "Well, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and you're now just calling." I said, "Get ready. I'm taking you to the hospital."
Yeah, I had to have it done about 4 years ago.
wow.
Yeah.
Maybe as
I
long
don't
as
know. I think I'm hoping she's been doing great, but like everything else, I think that you get used to the medication or whatever, or they tweak it a little bit, and next thing you know, you're spending the afternoon in the hospital.
Yeah.
But that all worked. It was funny because I'm watching the machine, I'm watching the thing, and it wasn't. She said that it wasn't like normal, as where it was like her chest, like or it wasn't like her heart was trying to bounce around. Usually she gets them pretty bad, but she was floating around 117 to 120, and normally it should be around 50, 55 or whatever, And so I'm sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden I'm like looking at it, and all of a sudden it's like 58, just like that.
Wow.
And I said, "How you feeling?" And she's like, "I don't know. Well, I feel." She goes, what does it say?" And I said, No. You tell me. How you feeling? She goes, "Well, I felt weird for a millisecond, but I don't think it's." And then she goes, "It's normal, right?" And I said, "Yep, 54." So of course, they walk in. They're in the middle of doing all these tests, and it's like, "Oh, you're all better.
See ya.
Here you go. If you have a problem, come back." I guess you guys, because we were for dinner. We were going to go to our favorite barbecue joint, And then she's like, "I guess we're not going to get, barbecue tonight." And I said, "I don't know, Mom. If they want to put you in here, I'll have to sneak some ribs in for you." And So they said, well, I guess you guys are going to celebrate. Guess you guys have your barbecue now. So,
Nice.
but hopefully,
Yeah, when
I didn't
I,
want to
when I
go
had
home like that.
when I had AFib, they told me that you can get it just by getting shocked or stressed or a whole bunch of different things.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. And like I said, she's had it. I mean, it's been an ongoing. She's gone through a couple of those procedures where they, zap her back in the reality or whatever. And, like I said, she says sometimes it only lasts 15 minutes or sometimes it sticks around for a while. So,
Yeah, they did the same thing to me. They shocked my heart back in the rhythm and sent me home. Said bye. I was like,
Yeah.
well, what do I do? And it was like, if it comes back, call us.
yeah.
Wow.
Like,
That's
what?
the funny part. Well, can't do anything else. Actually, one time, if I remember correctly, we were taking her to get it done. And by the time we walked in, it was all done with. And they were like, well, you don't need this now. And it's like, just go ahead and zap it one time for good luck anyway.
Well,
I mean,
good luck.
Let's just give her a fork and just stick it in an outlet. There you go.
Yeah. I was supposed to go to SEMA on that Saturday, and I think I went to the doctor's on Thursday, and he said if I would have got on the plane, my heart would have blew up.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a owner of a shop, and he went on vacation. I don't know where he went, but it was someplace where you go scuba diving down in the islands or whatever. But he went in the morning. He went scuba diving. And then that afternoon, he went parasailing.
Oh.
And because of the depth of the water and then the altitude, his heart blew. I mean,
wow.
he died. I think it was the other way around. He
His
did the
heart was
parasailing
compressed?
in the morning, huh?
Oh, he did parasailing first?
Yeah, he
So
did the
the heart got
parasailing
bigger.
in the morning, and then he went scuba diving, and that's where he actually died scuba diving, doing the scuba diving. He went too deep or whatever, and they said because of the altitude and then the depth, the pressure, it wiped him out.
Wow.
Kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to go far down. 100 feet. 100 feet's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I did that. We were in off of Cancun, I think. I think it was Cancun. No. What's over on the? I think no. It was Cancun. I think we had gone scuba diving, and there was a one of those Cessna airplanes, drug runner plane, that was down in the water. And I started going down to it. It didn't look that far. That water was crystal clear. I mean, and I'm descending, and I'm going down, and man, I could hear my ears starting to pop. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how. I looked up, and everybody was about that big.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, holy crap, I know I'm down here. And I knew, because the guy told us, if you get a little deep, you want to come up slow. You don't want to come up fast. And that was we had our 20-minute safety drill on how to be a professional diver. You know what I'm saying? On the boat, At least that's the only thing I can
They did
remember.
the same thing when I was.
And
the same thing when I went to Mexico. Same training.
So I come up real slow, and it took me forever, man. I was just, and as a big guy, I don't really float, so it was real slow going up. And we got back up, and that guy said, "Man, you were down there." He said, "Yeah, that plane looks closer than what you think." And I was like, "It sure did." I was down there.
So the plane must have looked small. It couldn't have looked big because.
Yeah, it looked. It looked medium size. Like I said, it just where I was, I knew it was down there. I just didn't know how far down.
And I guess the thing you should have thought of is like the pros already picked all the drugs out of it, and they got the coke and all the.
Oh, I know, but I just wanted. This is like the first time.
Yeah, they were
Seeing like a wreck down. Like I said, I wanted to go down and look.
I know.
And
you can see clearly 100 feet.
Yeah.
We're fishing 100 feet in the Gulf. You can look down over and see them swimming along the bottom.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. That water. I've never seen. Like I said, never seen how clear. It was just unbelievable looking through that stuff. Looking in there, and so when we were down there, what they did on the other side of the boat, they had these the smaller. Like a 35-gallon, I guess. Maybe they were. I don't think they were 55s. They were a whole bunch of 35-gallon oil jugs, and they were just filled with fish parts. So we're over on one side of the boat, and these guys start dumping it into the other side, and within like a millisecond, that whole area is just you're swimming with fishes. You just have all kinds of. You're in the way of the fish eating, dude. They're just, you're just in the middle of all these. It was like really, really interesting being surrounded like that. So of course, then afterwards we all get out and everybody asks, he goes, "Well, what if a shark came?" He goes, "He would have been eating really good." That's what the guy told. Everybody on the boat had that look on their face, like. Okay, we're not doing that again. Yeah, that was crazy. Good times.
Look, Keith, it's good to see that you're as normal as everybody else. I've been watching the progression of the stuff building up in your room behind you. And you're really getting to the point like that I'm at in a lot of spaces. It's like, where did all this shit come from?
You'd be like this. Oh, I got boxes all over.
Yeah, it's like the box will be taking over me in a minute.
Yeah, I know.
We feel good.
He's getting more and more crap in here. The dumping ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was driving, I thought of you, Ray. When I was driving down, I saw Sun City in whatever was it, Tennessee or something.
Oh, that's in South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah, I was driving like Sun City. Oh yeah.
So that's where Jeep and Al is now, by the way.
Jeep and Al, yeah.
I'll be seeing him next week.
Yeah. And I just kept on going.
Wait a minute, I thought you said you went up to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, went to Pennsylvania, came down.
Starting out in Florida.
So you came across and then went. Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So when I went up, I took I-95 all the way up. And when I came back, I know.
Bless you, my son. I hate that freaking road.
When I came back,
95 is terrible, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
95, yeah, but I got to go to south of the border. I don't understand. Every time I go to south border, it always looks like it's abandoned. I don't. It's so weird.
Yep.
I've been years and years. It looks the same. Like nobody's there ever. Like why don't they? Perfect place to build something up. I don't know why they don't do anything.
That's how many miles? That's a lot of miles. How many miles did you do?
I total 2,000. I think.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Then when I came back down, because I want to hit all these skate parks, I think is it 7? What's over
83?
there? 80 something. Yeah, that's 83 or something like that. 83, and then I think 70 or something to go
77.
across. Yeah, maybe it's 77. That sounds
Yeah,
right.
I'd be thinking that going down.
I took that across, then I hit 95, and then came back. Because what I try to do is I don't want to go through Atlanta, so to avoid that at all costs.
There's a lot of
Look, the
cities
dog
you
is-
don't want to go through.
There's Zero.
The dog is driving. Look.
Yeah.
There's Zero. There he is. He's my hero.
Yeah, that's great. Zero the
He's a
hero.
good boy.
That's cool. Nice.
I think he still has a speaker on. Can the dog hear us?
Might.
He's probably looking like, where did everybody go? He just woke.
Yeah.
That's like my dogs. My dogs will be snoozing, and they wake up and they're like, "Hey, where did everybody go? Like, you left the room."
Yeah.
They think that you're just sitting there, and they all roll out. Everybody leaves the room and leaves the dog, and
Right.
a little lost.
I think he hears us. It's funny.
Probably. He's like, "What's going on?"
Anybody got doggy treats?
Well,
Hey, dog.
I forgot it was a Dalmatian.
Yeah.
Good looking dog.
He's looking.
So, so Thursday night, so last Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, I'm going to do the grocery shopping, die cash run, and everything in the morning. Early in the morning, right? I'm driving along, minding my own business. Nobody, I mean, like, there's usually nobody on the road, at 5:30 in the morning, and driving along, and I come around this bend, and there's a car on its roof spinning,
Oh, jeez.
just sitting there spinning around, and it's slowing down.
It's like
The tires rolling one way, the car's doing the spin.
Wow.
So I come up and I'm like, well, where the hell did this come from? Because it's like nobody passed me.
Right.
So this is right on 190. I live on 198. This is a little further down going into Laurel. And there's 11th Street off to the side. And I see this car just mangled up. It's on its wheels, but it's been hit hard, and it's down on the side of the street. So I stopped, and this other guy stops, and he goes, "Is anybody in there?" And all the airbags had gone. It was the curtains came down and everything. I said, "I don't know. I don't see anybody standing." And I went over to the other guy, and the other guy's like, he's like screaming in his car. He's laying. I don't know from the impact if the seat fell back or he put it back, but he's laying flat on his back in the car. And I was like, just relax, man, relax. Just calm down. And the other guy's like, "Man, I'm not opening the door." And I said, "Well, the guy's got to be in there. The person's got to be in there."
Yeah.
So I go over and open the door. This dude is hanging upside down, all tangled up in the air, but he didn't have his seatbelt on. But he's upside down, all tangled up in the airbag. He's like, "Man, what the hell happened?" I said, "I don't know, dude. You all right?" And he crawls out from the car, and he tries to stand up. He is like 3 sheets to the wind, dude. He is gone. He's wasted. And he's standing over there,
Good
and
thing
he
for him.
finally,
Good thing for him.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he was up. I mean, like I said, he was all tangled up upside down in the car. And he's like, "Man." And I said, "Let me go back over and check on the other guy." So I go back and check on the other guy. And he says, "Man, you got to call my wife. You got to call my wife." And I said, "All right." And he hands me his phone. And I said, like, "What button?" Or, "What's your wife's," so he starts giving me his phone number. And I get and I said, "Okay." And I figured I'd put it on speakerphone, put it on speaker, dial it. And he goes, "Oh shit." He said, "That's my number." I said, "All right, dude, just give me your wife. Just give me your wife's number."
You was talking to him?
He goes, "I need my phone. I need my phone." And I'm like, "Yeah, I have your phone." And he goes, No. My other phone." So he had another phone on the floor, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, "I don't know, dude. This is getting really shady,
Yeah.
So I'm like, and the other guy, he was a younger guy, kind of skinny. And this other guy, he wasn't big like me, but he was tall. I mean, he wasn't, but he's trying to walk away. He's trying to leave the scene. And the other guy's like, no, you gotta stay. And he's like, get out of my way, man, get out of my way. And he's like, hey, dude, I need some help over here. So I turn around, and said, hey, sit the fuck down. Okay. And he laid down. And then the cop showed up, and he's like, what's going on here? I said, I have no idea, dude. I came around the corner, and this dude was upside down, and this guy, is trying to call his wife. But it was a mess, dude. I could not believe that car was just sitting there spinning around.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know if he's drunk or not, but this guy's, especially, I do know when those airbags go off, dude, it's loud as fucking, especially in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't quiet. And I mean, I've set a few airbags off, so it ain't quiet. And I don't know if he was disoriented from that, but he couldn't stand. Well, he couldn't stand. So I mean, I'm pretty sure he was intoxicated.
Wow.
That was the adventure on that Monday. I mean, that Saturday morning.
Wow.
So I was just lucky afterwards that the cop let me go, because he's like, well, do you know anything? I don't know anything, dude. This is what I rolled up on. I didn't see anything. I had to play Sergeant Schultz for a minute. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing.
Right.
So,
well, I'm sure, they wanted a statement. Anything you tell them.
yeah. But
Yeah, when I got a story kind of like that. When I was in New York, I was probably 17, 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there. Anyway, some guy, drunk guy, came around a turn, hit this car that was on this side of the road, came this way, hit this car, then came straight and took out this huge tree that we had in our front yard, and then tapped my 75 Cutlass, which then pushed it into my dad's 69 Buick, and it was a 75 to 77 Monte Carlo. This whole wheel was pushed in. You can see like a tree hit it. The floorboard was all pushed up, and it got windows broken. Right, he jumps out of the window, he crawls out, and he goes, "You guys didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. I wasn't here." And he goes to stand up, boom, falls right down. Both his legs were broken.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're like, "You're not going anywhere. If you start going anywhere, make sure you don't."
Wow.
I was like, "Holy crap!" I go, "I was so drugged out. I don't know what." He's trying to stand up, and he's just like crawling, and I'm like, we're just standing there watching him. The police showed up shortly after that, and I'm like, all right, they took him away.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, dude, how fast are you going down my road?
Yeah. And trees,
like a tree was a huge tree.
Trees don't move. I just, I had a buddy of mine, in the car with me about a week ago. We were going through parts of Oceanside, and I showed him. I said, "Man, you know what? There's a shortcut I used to take, because we knew some girls that lived down in here in this one area. It's off the beaten path. It's down by the bridge and where the marinas are." I said, "Let's see if I can find it after all these years." So, I made one wrong turn, then I found it. And I said, "I'll tell you a funny story." I said I was driving my 65 Chevy at the time, and it was, everything always happened like in the fall when the leaves fell and the leaves would get wet. I mean, I'd slip. Everything happened in the fall. So this particular night, I was driving to one of the girls' houses, and the road had a curve in it. And as I navigate, and it was a narrow road, I navigate the curve, the back of the car slides out, and quarter panel hits this small tree. But I heard, boom, it sends me back the other way, and I keep going. Like, I'm more worried this guy's going to come out and, kill me because I hit his tree or mail. I don't know. Yeah, it was a tree, not a mailbox. And as I'm driving, I hear this noise, like a scraping noise. And so I pull up, a couple hundred feet up, get out of the car and I look. I'm dragging my gas tank by the hose.
Oh,
The straps just broke, and the only thing that saved me was they were on wet leaves on the ground, so it kind of insulated it. And I was so concerned that this guy was going to find me, like, ream me out for hitting this tree. I walked over to the girl's house, got my buddy Tom to come get me with a tow truck. It's like, let's get the hell out of here. I really did nothing wrong, but still, I was like just scared. I was young, and learned that original straps weren't that strong back then. So, this is the place right here. This is the curve. What's plum? What happened to? No.
What was it, Roy?
Yeah, Roy
He
disappeared.
just ditched. Yep.
Yeah, it's gone.
Like a snack time.
All right,
for
fellas,
those.
I'm on the road.
We were thinking Dog was going to be taken over there for a minute. We were hoping, hoping she'd speak.
Yeah, he tried to kick me out.
Yeah. Checking out the camera, looking at the phone.
He was like, the dog was like, "Let's get it on the road. We've been sitting here too long."
Yeah. He was looking out the window, and he wanted business.
So he put it at 450 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay, 450.
450. Yep.
Pretty neat little contraption. He didn't really put a lot of force on it, like bends.
Right.
It's pretty sweet.
Good luck getting those off if you have a flat.
Yeah.
I'm calling the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna hit
All right,
the road.
Lewis, be safe.
All right,
All
Lewis.
right, I'll talk
Take
to you
care,
guys
Lewis.
later.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah. So Brian, I gotta say, I got the repair part for the 13 millimeter ratchet wrench the other day.
Yeah, I saw.
And
You want to cut us?
I said, you want to end early? Is that yeah?
Well, I mean, we get down and dirty and start talking nasty.
All right. So for Lewis Lee, Ray Guarino, Mackerman Brian, Jim, Keith, and nobody else playing traffic. We'll be back next week. See ya.
See you guys.
Gotta
see you, bye.